All right, guys, welcome to Take Your Base. I'm your host, Flav Oriana, brought to you by Four Corner Sports. All right, guys, so George Springer, this is a topic of the day. George Springer, he's drawing a lot of interest right now. There has been a rumor that the Mets have offered George Springer a 5-year, $125 million contract. It's not official that George Springer has signed. It's just a rumor. The Dodgers, of course, are always going after everybody, man. I mean, they're just like Apple and Amazon, and just go away. I mean, go away to Dodgers. I mean, go get somebody else. I mean, go get like Jake Odorizzi or something like that. You know, we don't need you to interrupt anything related towards the Mets. All right. There was also a rumor that they were trying to get DJ Lemahieu for what? I mean, you guys just won the World Series. Enjoy the fact you won the World Series with the cast that you have. Go somewhere else. Enjoy your offseason. Anyways, getting back to George Springer, the Mets have. There was a rumor that the Mets signed George Springer for a 5-year, $125 million contract. I ended up doing a little more research. That wasn't true. There was also the Dodgers, like I said, are interested. Obviously, the Blue Jays. So it looks like it's coming down to, in a realistic standpoint, that the Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the New York Mets are still the top two teams as for trying to get in contention of signing George Springer. Now, the Blue Jays have a ton of cap space, and they need a blow through. They want to be able to sign whoever. I mean, they're trying to be aggressive, but the only thing with Toronto is that they are the only team up north. It used to be the Montreal Expos up until like 2005 or something like that. But yeah, so the what's it called? The whole problem with trying to sign players to go to Toronto, they gotta sell them the fact that, you know, the location, but it's just hard, you know, going to a different country, you know, to travel back and forth. Everything's not the same. I mean, it's just like with the Toronto Raptors. You're not gonna get like the top free agents to go to Toronto. It's just very unfortunate. It may be in hockey, all right? I don't really know anything that much about hockey. That's why we don't really cover it on this show, on this what's it called, this thing. But yeah, I don't see George Springer really going to Toronto. I really see him going down to the Mets, but it's just a matter of how much money are the Mets going to really be able to offer him, the years, all right? Are they going to give him 5 years, or are they going to give him 4 years? I mean, he's already in his 30s. I believe he's like, what, 31 or 32? I'll be able to confirm that right now. Give me 1 second. George Springer. Nope, not George Clooney. Yeah, he's 31. You give him a 5-year contract. Do you expect him to have a decent amount of level of play at 36, or do you want him at 35? It really just comes down to that number right there. So that's what it's coming down to. He's a center fielder. He's not gonna be able to cover that much ground as he gets older. So he's gonna have to play the corner outfield. So I think that's what it's coming down to. That's what I think is the holdup as for why George Springer hasn't signed the contract just yet. But I really do believe that he's going to end up coming to the New York Mets. As for other free agents like Trevor Bauer, Jake Odorizzi, and players like that, I think that Bauer is going to take the longest as for signing. I know he has a YouTube channel. He's really spicing things up. You know, he's like, hey, Halo fans, are you guys up? Hey, Yankee fans, are you guys up? But I don't see Trevor Bauer signing sooner than George Springer. I do see George Springer signing, I want to say latest he's going to end up signing is by like New Year's Day. New Year's Day, we should really be able to see who is he going to be able to sign with. I mean, as for Bauer, I don't know. Bauer is just a big question mark. I don't know where is he going to go. At one point, I thought he was going to go to the Mets. And at one point, I thought he was going to go to the Angels. Then you see him wearing a Yankee hat. So it's just a big confusion. I think he's just playing to the fans. I think it's just all mind games. I think it's just to get as many eyeballs towards him, and it's working. It's working a lot. Now, the next big free agent out in the market is JC Realmuto. So the Mets ended up signing James McCann. So James McCann is He's no longer on the market. He's now officially the starting catcher for the New York Mets. And where does that leave JT Realmuto? Should he go to Toronto? I mean, Toronto has plenty of money. If he wants money, maybe he goes to Toronto. They have the DH in system too, so they could kind of rotate him back and forth. Does he want to do something like that? Or do you want him to go back to Philly? Is Philly willing to spend the money on keeping him? Do you go somewhere else? I don't know, maybe like Milwaukee or anything like that. You know, places that need catchers. St. Louis is about to lose Yadier Molina. Does St. Louis have the money to try to get JT Realmuto services? That's the big question right now, because it looked like the Mets were the team to get him. I think JT Realmuto kind of messed up big time, because the Mets with having a new owner, right? They're having a new owner. They have so much capital to spend. They were the one team that did not lose money because they ended up changing owners. The Wilpons are gone. Goodbye coupons. In comes in, Uncle Steve Cohen. So I think JT Realmuto really messed up. He asked for too much, and it kind of drew the Mets back, forcing them to go after James McCann, who is young. Oh, actually, he's a year older, but he's cheaper, and he could still get you similar productivity when it comes to swinging the bat. But defensively, that is what separates JT Realmuto. So I don't know what's going to happen with JT Realmuto. I don't know what teams he's going to be going to. And then lastly, after that, the last big free agent is former second baseman of the New York Yankees, DJ LeMahieu. Now, does he go back to the Yankees? Does he go to the New York Mets? I mean, SNY ended up tweeting out. It was like a video of them like trolling the Yankees, saying, the Mets snatching DJ LeMahieu from the Yankees like this. And it was just a video of a guy being picked up and taken away. So I really do believe that if the Mets really sign George Springer, that might be great news for the New York Yankees, just because of the fact that the Mets might not need to go after DJ LeMahieu. They might have to go after Trevor Bauer after that, which would force the Yankees on be able to sign DJ LeMahieu a little bit more easier. Now, LeMahieu wants a 5th year, right? Does the Yankees want to do that? It doesn't look like the Yankees want to do that. I don't think the Yankees want to offer that 5th year. I think they're more than comfortable giving 4 years. And the last time they were in a settlement like this, it was with Robinson Cano. Now look where we are at with Robinson Cano. Robinson Cano, I believe it was like in 2012. He wanted to be with the Yankees on a 10-year contract. The Yankees offered him 8. He was not budging, so he ended up going to Seattle. He took less money on the on the annual per basis, because he wanted a 10-year contract, and look where his career is at right now. Suspended twice for PEDs, and on top of that, his productivity level is down. He had a great year last year, but I wonder why. I wonder why he had a great year last year. But that's where I'm at right now with the free agency market in baseball. We're still in shambles right now. We're still trying to figure out which top free agents are going to go. It's kind of like a domino effect. Who's going to go down first? Who's going to sign the contract? And then I think we'll be able to see where everything lies. All right, guys. Until then, I'm your host, Flavo Rihanna, and thank you for tuning in to Take Your Base. Hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Peace, guys, and have a good one.